Welcome to FCC Supporter Square, the show for fans, by fans, and about fans. Here's your host, Mark Suffin and Matt Warman.
Hey everybody, it's FCC Supporter Square, your favorite soccer show of all time. I'm your host, Matt Warman, and with me is my co-host, my ride or die, as always, Mark Suffin. How you doing, Mark?
I am doing just fine as the good Lord lets me. Good to see you, my good man. And uh, what a match we have coming up against a top five team in the Red Bulls. Frankie's coming back in town.
We will discuss. Now, usually we have a guest, but occasionally things happen. As I say, life sometimes get in the way of a good time. And at the last second, our guest had a conflict. Well, we've scheduled for next week, so we'll put that one on hold. But that doesn't stop us from talking soccer. Oh, no, 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 no. As Mark said, Frankie coming to town. He's not from Hollywood anymore. He's going to flop like the rest of them. Get ready to be frustrated, ladies and gentlemen. Mark, take it away, brother.
Well, this Saturday, sadly, I will not be in attendance at the match. My health has just not been as good as I'd like. Um, so I will not be there. But certainly, I want 25,513 screaming fans in attendance and bringing us home a win. Red Bulls, they're better than they were last year, so we're going to need to, be at our best and prove that we deserve the top of the Eastern Conference. I would say they're getting out of the gate pretty strong, only 1 point behind us. As their one of their forwards, Lewis Morgan, we know him very well. One of the hardest working people in MLS. He's gone strong. He's gone wild for them, and deservedly so. He's worked that hard. He's got 6 goals already, and we're going to have to, keep him at bay if we're going to ever have a chance to pull out 3 points.
That's going to be one of the things that we're going to have to deal with. News came out today, not unsurprising, but they were tight-lipped until today as Roman Celentano's got a foot in the boot. He hurt himself on the turf. Uh, they said a couple of weeks, but then I've heard long term. So not having him in there is going to be a little rough, but we have a good defense in front of us. And Alec Khan, it sounds like he's going to be the guy. He's back from his surgery. He did play at an FCC 2 match. I think we've got enough defense to keep that at bay. Certainly, if we're coming up with offense, the one thing I'm not concerned about, but as you stated, the Red Bulls are good. Uh, we've been playing mostly mid-table. I mean, we other than Monterey, we've been playing mid-table most of the way. This will be a very tough challenge for us, even though it is at home, and even though it is flopping, and Ref Drew is going to be refing, so who knows what we're going to get out of that. And we'll probably get into that a little bit. What are your thoughts on Celentano missing at least a couple of matches?
Well, I was concerned when I did see him, uh, go down against Charlotte. Um, just didn't know what that was going to be. Obviously, we found out it was his ankle. Um, I'd say a 2 week ankle is probably a low ankle sprain, and hopefully it's just mostly just discomfort more than it being a true like a high ankle sprain. High ankle sprains are the worst, but and everybody knows that. Um, Hopefully, this is just a 2 week discomfort that he just gets the swelling down, gets everything back to mended up quickly, and back to between the pipes within a couple of weeks. I'd say 2 weeks we'll get a good idea of where he's at then, and I think that's why they made the timeline that. With Alec Khan, obviously we know what we get with him with his hand injury. I'm hoping he's ready to go. But with the three goalkeepers, vying for minutes, I think whoever steps, whether it's Alec or Evan, you're going to get a quality goalkeeper to stay behind the best defense that that's in MLS right now.
I think that's quality assessment. I think we have really good keepers. We have the keeper coach. Glad we have him. He looks like a monster, but he obviously got our guys in shape. The only thing that makes me unhappy is that Celentano's clearly in the race for goalkeeper of the year. Hopefully it's just 2 weeks and not more, because having all, the clean sheets and obviously the defense in front of him, he's got a great opportunity. But that being said, any one of those keepers will be fine.
Yep.
I think they can shut down. Do you think Frankie Amaya, will he apologize? Will he say, will he be nice? No. Are we going to be nice to him? No.
No. Yeah.
No.
I mean, it goes without saying. Not only do I want 25,513 cheering fans, I need 25,513 jeering fans against our former number 8, Red Bulls number 8, Frankie Amaya.
Yeah, it's amazing that we got rid of him and somehow got Lucho.
Ain't it been a great day?
It worked out for me. I don't care about him. It worked out for us. I think we're doing good. Last week's game was a road game in Charlotte. I hate the turf. We historically have not been good. We have only 2 Eastern Conference foes where we have not won on the road. That is, one is Philadelphia. We've gotten ties, but no wins. And the other, and that makes sense since Philadelphia has been the king of the East for quite some time. But the other one, shockingly, is Charlotte. I went down there the very first year, expecting a victory. We lost 2-0. Last year we went and got a tie, and this year we got a tie. It's one of those things where I think a couple of weeks ago a tie felt like a loss. This time a tie felt like a win.
Yeah,
because they did not look. They there's a lot of standing around. There's a lot of disjointedness. But ladies and gentlemen, if you saw that goal, this is what they can do. This is that it's at the death, and yeah, we got the point, but and people are still frustrated. Trust me, I'm frustrated. I can tell you, Mark will tell you he's frustrated. But if you saw that goal, the passing, the touch back from that Yedlin did to set up Boop's goal, this team can do that. They have some creativity. If they could just get all in a line, more of this is going to happen, not less of this.
Yeah. Honestly, what I see when we go down to Charlotte is I just see a myriad of adjustments that you have to make just by being on that field. First year, it was the blooming wind. I mean, it was 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Ball was going everywhere. It was going too slow, too fast. Look, I even watched Chelsea lose to Charlotte last year on that field. So if that gives you a barometer on the struggle that teams have going into that field, and certainly, playing on turf, I'd like to see it go away I didn't like it playing, and I don't think Fernando Adi didn't like it when he played for FCC in 2018, and he was well known about that. So I just think you know the turf just needs to go away in some way to get the hybrid pitches, the grass pitch, just something that everybody can, when you go onto a pitch, you're going to play basically the same type. So, that's just my soapbox about turf, but
I think
we
you're right.
saw,
I mean, I think we
yeah,
got Miles Robinson for the same reason.
yeah,
He was playing in Atlanta. He got injured in Atlanta, and he's
yep,
not the only person that's been injured in Atlanta. That turf
Guzan,
is that turf is better than Charlotte's, but it's still turf and it's still bad.
yep,
And Atlanta's loss is our game.
yep. Brad Guzan's injury was telltale about why turf is bad. Just look back at when he just with nobody around him injuring his leg the way he did. That's turf, turf, turf. That's exactly what's going on.
Who was our Atlanta center back that we got that got injured with a torn Achilles? He came. I can't remember. Anyhow, somebody's yelling at us right now. They're watching
Yeah,
this and yelling at us. But
yeah,
he got injured in I think it was Minnesota. But you could tell it was the wear and tear on that turf.
mm,
It was only a matter of when, and I think you see that in other Atlanta players as well.
yeah.
Is that
Oh
they
yeah.
come out the other side of like their legs were ground up by a meat grinder.
Well,
So
I do remember listening to Jeff Lorenowitz, who talked about that Atlanta turf, and as much as the pace was what he was excited about, certainly it was always the fear of any type of injury on there, and that just goes without saying. Uh, Turf, makes you. It's scary, yeah, because of everything any injury you could get out there.
I think it hurt Joseph Martinez's career as well.
Yes, for sure.
He's a shell of himself now, and
Yes,
obviously he's older. But these two knee surgeries, but
yeah,
two turf knees.
yeah.
We'll do that for you or at you. Um, yeah. So, uh, what do you think of our offense? We've got one more other thing to talk about, but what do you think about our offense in general? Like I said, it looked like there was a lot of standing around, a lot of being frustrated, a lack of creativity, and nobody's. We did take some shots from distance, which was finally good, but the shot from distance were not even close to on frame, so we got to figure that out too. But
Yeah.
what's your thoughts?
Well, our offense didn't get any better as we found out that Kimi Ordonez, who's not been featured very much, he's been loaned out to a second tier Swedish side that I can't pronounce. Uh, but you know, Bayard, we need Bayard to get himself involved. He needs to find where he's going to be, the best version of himself, for our team. Right now, he's not been that. Boop, you know, he's trying, but trying is not getting the shots that we need from him. It's not doing the one touch from the beautiful pass that he gets. It's just a lot of things are not in sync with his game. Certainly, the goal in the dying minutes was, classic Boop. But thanks to DeAndre Yedlin, who that's his game. He will play end to end, side to side. Um, he will be the strongest player out there, and he will get it done no matter what it takes. So Boop was the recipient of that wonderful back pass, and we escaped with a point. So
There-
we need
that
some offense badly.
So there are rumors that we are signing an Ecuadorian U-22 striker. We have the rights. Houston wants that player badly and is trying to cajole us into giving him that U-22. But I think obviously the fight this season was between Ordonez and Datto. I think Datto has clearly won that battle. It's proven that's why Ordonez has been loaned out to Sweden. I don't think, unlike Angulo, I don't think that's goodbye. I think that's more of a loan. I think Angulo, they're ready to sell him. Again, this show is not the show where you're going to get the top secret rumors. We're hearing them just like you are. We just are excited about things and tell you if you're a casual fan. But yeah, so there's a nice. I think he was 19. He's on I can't remember what side he's on. He's on Donetsk, Ukraine, I think. That striker room is crowded on that club, and he's not getting the minutes, and we can clearly need him. Santos is okay. Barrett is okay. Boop is more than okay, but not where we need everybody. We need another attacking presence. This guy's supposed to fit the bill. I think he's a taller, more Brandon Vasquez-esque kind of player. I'm not sure about his speed or anything else, but he's playing in another player with Champions League experience. They're used to playing the top flight teams and top flight defenses. I think we're putting together, if we can get this guy, then we've got a striker room that has to deliver. There's no more excuses.
No doubt. I think from the last match, our midfield just didn't have the full, they weren't in sync for most of the match, but I think all that's rectified this Saturday. We just need to have that midfield locked down, getting the ball to the final third and giving Baird and Boop some good chances. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm banking on, a hopeful 2-0 victory. As I'll just throw it out there for you.
I like it. The weather after the depending on where you are, some people didn't get any rain, some people got a lot of rain, some people got more than a lot of rain. They got other stuff, but maybe not near us, but FCC fandom is far and wide. So, but after that, the cold front has come through. It's going to be cold Saturday night. I think the high is supposed to be 54 on Saturday, so it's probably going to be in the upper 40s. By the time the game starts and stays into the mid to upper 40s. So it's not going to be like that, the game we had earlier, but it's like, I'm ready for April weather now. I'm hoping that this is the last cold weather so I can actually, wear shorts and a short sleeve shirt with not anything underneath it. I'm ready. I'm ready for the weather. That's a separate topic of discussion. So dress warmly, people, if you go, and we would really like to have you go and be loud and show up and show out, as they say. I will be there for sure. We need you healthy. I think there's a parallel between you and Celentano. You need to get yourself right, and once everything's fixed up, you'll be right as rain, brother. We've got your back. So don't sweat that kind of stuff. That's cool. I have this. I'm very happy that we got Yedlin. I've been saying this the last couple of shows, I think, but every week I see him, I think the same things. I think he was captain of a team and was trying to do something. And then the Messi circus came in, and Messi brought in greater talent. He was still captain. But Messi was like, I'm captain. Like that, like the Somali pirate. I'm the captain now. And so he's kind of a man without a team. He was like the leader of a young up and coming squad. Not great, but he's doing his best. Now he's on this squad, and I feel like all the pressure, all the weight, all of the nonsense that's going on week in and week out, he seems to be getting more involved with this team. I think he's personally happy. I think a happy player, you could just tell. I think that pass, that back heel pass, is not only him being talented, but also going, oh, I can enjoy this, right? He doesn't
Right.
have to be, Lucho can be the captain. He can be the captain of the locker room, and we need as many locker room captains. What are your thoughts on Yedlin thus far?
Um, we know who he's been. All the men's national team caps that he's had. Uh, certainly he was the anchor of the midfield and defense in Miami, and he was that guy you didn't want to go on his side. You wanted the other side, the side that Yedlin was not on, if you were going to have any success against Miami. Now, certainly, um, it's now Messi FC. I don't know him as anything else. Uh,
Did
um,
they lose last night
well,
to
yes, they did.
Vasquez? To
Yes.
Vasquez FC?
Uh, well, I think Monterrey is certainly a superior side and has a great lineage of success. Brandon Vasquez is just the latest chapter in that success, sadly against us, but they did take care of Messi FC late with a beautiful second goal to put them up 2-1 at the end of that. They now head down to Monterrey for the return leg. So we shall see what happens with that uh, CONCACAF uh, Champions Cup. I'm sorry.
Same thing.
Yeah, but yeah,
Somebody's gonna.
Yedlin. But
Yeah.
getting back to Yedlin, has been quality. I think you see his excitement about being here. He not only said it when he first got here in his press conference, but he's showing it on the field. He's just being that taking care of everything. You see him; he's the floor general out there. I mean, certainly Lucho is directing his angle. Yedlin is doing his thing for what he needs to get done. You hear and see that out on the pitch.
And we had such a good side last year, and we did very well. And I think we took some people by surprise.
Oh yeah,
But this year we had to be stronger. Our side is stronger. This is what we've envisioned, right? When we had Alvis Powell in 2019, he was trying to do those kinds of things, but that was not the system in which we had wingbacks, and it showed. And we got torched quite a bit in that first
yep,
season.
yep.
Um, Fast forward a little bit, we had Alvis Ba, and he's not a bad wingback. But now we've got. Is it okay? Here's the poll. Is it Orellano or is it Orishano? I,
Oh,
I don't know. I will call you whatever you want me to call you,
yeah.
but somebody's got to definitively tell me, is it Orishano because that's how they say it in Argentina, or is it Orellano because we're in the Midwest?
Well, I will continue to say Orellano until I am corrected. Uh, but I think if I'm to head to Argentina, I will certainly say whatever needs to be said for him.
Because there's been a lot, all right, as much as we've been talking about the strikers, and even we are talking about the strikers, we love this team. I think this team, I still see flashes, even though they're not putting the ball in. I've been saying this also for weeks. There's going to be a game. Maybe Saturday is the day. Maybe it's not for another couple of months, but there's going to be a game where it's all put together, and it may be just the one game, but it's going to be all put together, and it's going to be a show. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 goals by this same
Uh,
offense who seemingly couldn't score. All
yeah,
right, who can't do? We should get rid of Boop and Baird and everybody. No, I'm not saying to get rid of anybody, but they still have some work to do, and it is frustrating for us people who watch in and out all the time. But they're going to score. They're going to score a lot at some point, and if we can get the U22 striker involved. But think about it. We've replaced Moreno with Buka. I think everybody's happy about that. His midfield play has been pretty stellar. Orlano replacing Barriel. I think it's a more natural position than Barriel on the wing back side. Getting Yedlin. Now we've got two wing backs. Our back three is we've got U.S. Men's Cup wing back, U.S. Men's Cup center back, U.S. Men's Cup center back, right? If Lucho gets his green card, he would. I can't imagine him not making the U.S. men's team. But that's another discussion for a different podcast.
Right.
We've got that kind of quality. We've been waiting for this for years. We've got top flight quality. That's why we're at the top of the table. We're just not there yet.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. It's just going to take a little more experience, maybe an added player or two. And I think we can have that breakout. You know, we had a couple of breakouts last year, 6-0. I'd say, depending, you know, the way we're playing, the way that we're starting to play better, we could definitely be looking at a match like that with a result like that. But I don't want to be too lofty too soon. We've got a tough match this Saturday, and that's all we need to be worried about right now.
I agree, which gives us rarely do we talk about that team up north other than to say, go jump in a lake, go jump in the old Tangy River or whatever the heck that is. But they're having some kind of weird locker room controversy. They're number 9. Their Lucho Cucho, I guess no, he's 10 actually. Their Cucho has been no mucho for the last 2 games. The head coach is just like, because of things. Is he injured? Nope. Well, did he do something wrong? He broke some rules. Well, what did he do? Things happen and he's not playing. Well, what's he playing? We don't know. So I have no idea what's going on with them. They seem to be operating well without him. But the question is, I've seen some of this on Twitter, not that it would happen. This is a hypothetical. So people, this is our bad takes. We are known for our bad takes.
Plenty
we
of
own our bad takes. If you had the opportunity of putting Cucho on this squad, would you do that?
If we had an opportunity to bring him in as the number 9
or the 10,
yeah, I wouldn't hesitate. Would not
Can
hesitate.
you imagine Cucho and Lucho? First off, I would listen to the Spanish broadcast just for the Cucho, Lucho, Mucho. That would be so much fun. That is. By the way, in general, I love the Spanish language broadcast. They bring so much more passion and enjoyment. You watch a 1-1 game that seems kind of. They bring as much energy to it as they possibly can.
Yes, they do.
I love that. So that's an aside. So yes, so you would take Cucho. Just don't throw anything at him. Don't throw anything he could drink.
Gotcha.
That would be so weird to get any Columbus Crew player on our squad, but to get their Columbus Crew player on our squad, that would be the nuttiest thing ever.
Yep.
I do have an announcement here. Actually, I'll probably do the second thing, but I'm not really there yet. Well, I have several things going on. But first and foremost, my wife works at Liberty Farm Market. That's in Westchester. It's a nice little farm market. I think it's, I'm trying to remember if it's Glendale Princeton Road. But Northern Row is coming tomorrow. They have the orange and blue cans Hellas, not Hellas Real, that's Grainworks. It's their version of Hellas. There you can buy 4 tickets for a 3-ounce pour, so you get 4 of those for $6. They have 6 3-ounce wine pours for $26. Of course, that's fancy schmancy, but it comes in the orange and blue cans. They only serve this at Teakle Stadium, and you can't get the orange or blue cans to take home because you're at Teakle Stadium.
Yeah.
So you have an opportunity, particularly if you like Hellas, if you like Northern Row, you've always wanted to try Pride beer. Again, we are Brigaders, but we're neutral on this site. If you're interested in collecting beer cans or trying the Hellas, then try to roll out tomorrow, Friday the 5th, from 7 to 9 p.m. I can't tell you anything other than this. This is, you heard it first, is that the Brigade is at some point in the future collaborating with Sam Adams for a Brigade specific beer. I happen to know a few things, but I can't say anything at the moment. As things progress, this show will definitely alert you of that fact. And then thirdly, I'm going to start putting out some feelers on a date for our, I don't want to call it a pub crawl, but I'm going to call it No NSG Bar. So if you guys are interested, I need a 5th line. I know who to call. For not all of these, but most of these. But I need a DI guy. I need a Pride guy. I know the 5th line guys.
Yeah.
They'll just go. I know the Vanguard guys would go,
Yep.
but I also need a Norden guys, and I know a couple of those would go as well. But once I'm going to try to pick a date, and then I'm going to put out a small video or something. So look for that. Or respond to me on this video as saying, I want to go. You don't have to be a member of any of those SGs to hang out with us. I'm not looking for a mob, but hey, if you like beer and you want to hang out with people who like soccer and beer, this is probably an opportunity. There's no money. You're buying your own beer. This is no special event other than we're hanging out, and we'll have a live interesting podcast that I will stitch together when I get back and sober up.
That's good.
So those are all the announcements. When are you going into surgery? Is that April? Is it later this month?
Yeah, April 23rd is my date of surgery. So just I really want to say right now, thank you to all of those that watch this video and have reached out to me. You mean a lot. It means a lot to hear from you. With your thoughts, your prayers, and your well wishes. And this is going to be a long road to recover. But I just know I've got a lot of good people behind me, and just thankful for everyone for that. So that's really all I need to say about that. So
that's all I wanted to make sure that we will continue to send the good vibes. Your chair is always warm, is always open whenever you want to pop in, whenever you feel like it, like today. Love it. We will have you as always. So enough of the tear jerking. We're a happy fun time podcast, not a Debbie Downer podcast. So come see us or see me on Saturday if you'd like. We're gonna win. My hot take, real quick, is 2-0 as well. I think we're gonna put it together. Stay warm, everybody. This coming Saturday, and we will see you next week on FCC Supporter Square.
Thank you for listening to FCC Supporter Square. Your hosts are Mark Shupin and Matt Warner. If you'd like to be a guest, please contact us at fcc.sup.square@gmail.com. The intro song was Living Inside My Brain by the Stone Buttons. The exit song was Awesome Sauce, also by the Stone Buttons. Thank you for listening.